You've heard of bounce rate? Okay, bounce rate in Google Analytics and analytics tools means how many people came to your site and then left. Right? If you see it, 70, 80, 90% bounce rate on my homepage. That means they got to here, and this is what happened. This is what happened. They went, what? What do I do next? There's nothing here for me. I'm on to the next one. I search for something on Google. There's a list of things that came in. I go, I don't get what you're talking about. How can you help me? I don't get it. They're gone, right? So that's what I talk about bounce rate. Any other questions?
So I get what you're asking to, Darren, is, so I use Facebook a lot right now,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't blog yet.
Right.
I know I need to. Never Twittered.
Okay.
Don't have a clue.
Right.
I have a LinkedIn profile, but I don't use it.
Okay.
So
We have some work to do
yes.
together, yes.
So, but what I've learned is, you either have to do it all at once and learn how to do it, or you hire somebody. But the process is, I have a website,
Mm-hmm.
and I use Facebook. I have a Facebook page,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm now starting to use more of my branding page versus pushing it out from my personal page.
Right.
Which has been a huge
Shift over, right?
So I guess it would depend on what my business is and what's the most important thing for me to do next. Is it LinkedIn?
Well, here's what I would say. Facebook to me, yeah.
Pinterest also. I know, do you know Melanie Duncan?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She's done some really, really, really great little trainings on how she's marketed millions of dollars using media, and she did one on Pinterest.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
It's an amazing business using Pinterest.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
To me, Facebook is about lead nurturing. Okay, because the only time that anyone sees your Facebook post is if they already liked you.
Yes.
If they already, so you're dealing with the same pool,
Yes.
and you're trying to see if
Yes.
one message is going to pull from that static pool,
Exactly. So I'm
right?
still pulling from my warm market.
Yes.
Which I understand.
What's happening is Facebook is showing less and less. They're overloaded, and they want you to pay for advertising.
Yes. Which
So
I've not
you'll
done.
see like 7 people viewed it, and you're like, I got 178 followers. Why are only 7 people? They're filtering it and they're doing all kinds of things.
Got it.
So, and then they want you to pay for the things.
Yeah.
To me, my favorite is Mr. Twitter, and I'll give you some. Star Wars Day was May the 4th. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. What I love to do is newsjack. Okay, there's a term in social media marketing called newsjacking. I'll give you a brief example. President Obama went to Australia, and he was on a trip to Australia. There was an insurance company that they were ready to do this. At the moment he set foot, they issued an insurance policy for the president, $50,000 insurance policy against crocodile bites. So if anything happened to the president while he was in Australia, he was covered. They did this complimentary for the president of the United States. At the moment he landed, when the CNN and the tweets and the things are going on, they punched that right in there at that moment, pulled from this pop culture political happening, and drew people to them with, obviously, what I really love to do is make things that are funny, tongue-in-cheek, a little bit of humor mixed in there. I'll give you, I'm jumping around again because I know that's not what you asked me, but to me, the completion of it is fully planning out the marketing campaign because, okay, you have the Facebook post, but then that's got to go to a landing page that has a lead capture, something that's going into your marketing automation. Marketing automation is this. You click to download the PDF, and Brian and I are going to, Kevin, that's great, Kevin. Kevin and I are working on a model of this using video. But let's just imagine this. They come into the vision, statement page, or the how to get trained on this, or sign up for this PDF, this thing that's going to give me the list of things to do. They get that in their email, okay? 3 days later, it sends them another video of you, right? That's in the email, and you know how they do this. You can't put the video in the email, but you put more people click on videos and emails, pictures, and then anything else. So that has the play button on there. That goes to the next landing page that then plays that video, and it's personalized. Obama did this thing, right, with the Twitter and the thing. The night of his second inauguration, I get a tweet and an email to me, right? It says, Daryl, thank you for your support. I'm about to go on stage and da-da-da-da-da. Thank you, Daryl. The President of the United States is thanking me. What do you do to talk to your clients in that way in this kind of automated system? Because there's a trick to the language of it, obviously, where it's pre-programmed. We understand it's part of a campaign that runs. But the language is such that it has a personal aspect to it. Going through to the end of this. So do you understand where I'm going with this? That's where when you say, well, what's next, or how do I construct this? I go, well, we got to think the whole thing through.
And you've got to have it in place that you can manage it, right? You've
Right.
gotta be able to, if you're getting ready now to lead generate.
I partner with companies that do marketing automation software and all of
I
that.
know there's a lot of really good ones out there.
The issue is, again, people think, one of the reasons why I don't like certain companies who I won't name is they make it seem like you buy this thing and it's going to automate your marketing. No. You got to think through and plan the language and the way that it works and know how you're going to use the tool. Again, with that Pablo Picasso thing, computers can only give us the answer. We've got to figure out what the problem is and how to write it out. So then in this marketing automation thing, which can connect to your CRM to follow this all the way through, let's imagine that now you have some sales reps that are now going to follow up, book appointments for you, let's plan a bigger, kind of thing. They would go, or you would go into the CRM and say, Joe clicked on this link in this email. He visited this page on your website more than anything else. He also read this PDF. He also watched this video, right? You give Joe a call. He's at the top. You've lead scored him at least. And you say, Joe, how are you? I'm finally getting to talk to you. Oh, my gosh, you really liked that video. I saw you the other. Wow. And then that conversation starts. Because to me, all of this, social media and blogs and all that, marketing is the art of starting meaningful conversations. When I work with a client, I'm trying to start conversations between their target audience, the people they want to be future clients or business partners, and you, the company. So to me, it's again about that specialty thing we were talking about. Like to me, if you're just on Facebook, okay, that's wonderful. When the second time I like something, do you go and make personal friends with them and send them a message and saying, thanks for the like? What do you do? Then remember, it's how can I help you?
Right.
Not, I do this webinar, I can do this for you. You don't know what their needs are. Right. They just like the post. Right. So I tweeted out a thing today, because I was sitting on Twitter all morning, having fun with my favorite, thing to do, which is Twitter. And I put a thing out that said, the second I got 1 minute, okay. The second that someone likes your post or retweets your tweet or repins you on Facebook or on Pinterest, that second, they're on the net, they're on the web, and they just liked something you did. If someone walks by to you and says, I really like your work, and you don't know that person, that could be your biggest client ever. Do you let them walk by? No, you say, hey, what's your name? Who are you? The funny, one more man, the dot-com boom, let's invest $1 billion into WebMD to give everybody free medical advice. And the profit margin is, well, it's a free thing and it's the magical beans internet. Well, it's free, everybody threw out business models, marketing models, sales models. None of that has changed. It's the same thing it was before the internet. If you get a phone call from a potential client on your answering machine, you return the call. You know what I'm saying? So it all is the same. So I really appreciate your time. I hope you learned something from what I do. I would love to talk to each one of you individually and see where you are now and where do you want to go. And I can figure out a way to use all of this together to get you there. Thank you very much.